Are we mildly unqualified for this?
Absolutely, we are.
Are we gonna do it anyway, though?
100%.
The Mildly Unqualified pod.
Hi, welcome back. How's your week?
It's been long. I feel like I haven't seen you in 100 years.
It's been a long time, and we're filming on a Friday instead of a Monday.
Yeah, so it has been a long time.
It's been like, well, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It has been a long time.
My week was good. It was kind of uneventful. I don't even think I can tell you what I did this week. I made some yummy dinners, but that's about it.
I went to a Love Island watch party on Monday.
Yeah.
It was so fun. So me, Asia, and then Samwise went, and we're going again next week
So fun.
because it was actually really fun. So
Asia was telling me about it.
yeah, it like I felt bad for the people that were throwing it because the episode itself was just kind of like a bust.
Yeah.
But like obviously they can't control that. But like they played like the episode from like the night before, and it was like the heart rate challenge.
Cute.
And so basically they all wear like Fitbit basically, so that and then they do like basically stripper dances on the other like contestants.
And see how much their heart rate goes up.
And then at the end it's like Austin's heart rate was raised the most by so and so. So it's really cool, except I know you don't watch, but like every other season except for this season, it's been like you've gone individually. So then like it like kind of stirred up some shit in the couples. So like
Everything always does. It wouldn't be a dating reality TV show if it didn't
But
stir up shit.
this year, because they did it differently, and there's like 10 couples right now. Well, not anymore. They just sent a bunch of people home. But there was like 10 couples when they were doing it. So then they went as couples, which I thought was just kind of stupid because then like I don't know, they were just like going at the same time. So then like the guys or the girls like weren't getting like their heart rates weren't turning up for each other.
Yeah.
Because you know what I mean? So it was just kind of dumb. I didn't like it. But it was fun in the bar. Like all the girls were like yelling and screaming like when they were doing
and it.
it.
Was so cute that they had like the little like cocktail menu.
Yeah, they did like Mamacita. And then they had like a hurricane huda. Like it was really, really cute. They did a good job. And then
did they have like snacks? I mean, obviously.
So they had
did they have like themed snacks?
So every table had little popcorn on it. But other than that, like no. But there was also like a restaurant. Well, it wasn't a restaurant, it was like a bar. Yeah. And I don't know if it was like a deal with like because they were throwing an event, but like we got for $10, we got 4 printouts from the photo booth.
Cute. Oh yeah,
So,
I saw those on Asia's counter.
Yeah, so it was really fun. And like they did like raffle giveaways. We didn't win anything.
It
Annoying.
Was like Bar, yeah.
Yeah.
Cute.
So like they had like the arcade games and stuff too, which like we probably could have done if we wanted to, but we didn't. But yeah, it was really fun. And so we're gonna go again next week. And hopefully next week's episode's like a little juicier. Cause like it was so like seeing the reactions from the girls, like it was so fun. So I'm excited.
We were talking, Keenan and Asia were over and we were talking about it, like before you guys went. And she's like, yeah, like me and Selena are going to like a watch party. And Keenan's like, why wouldn't you invite Ashley?
Oh, I know. Asia was telling me about this.
I don't watch it. Like, and Asia's like, you can come. And I'm like, I'm fine.
Yeah. I like obviously would love to have you there, but like if you don't watch the show,
she's like, you can come with us like on Monday if you want. I was like,
if you don't watch the show, then like even though you can kind of,
it would still be fun.
It would still be fun, but like
it's not like I hate reality dating shows. Like that's my jam.
No, they're great.
I haven't watched it.
Yeah. Well, if you want to come next week, I can get you a ticket.
I'm probably gonna pass, but thank you so much. It's just so funny because Keenan's like, why wouldn't you invite Ashley?
Yeah. No, this is a me and Asia thing.
I know. I was
like,
I'm pumped that they're just going and doing it.
Yeah, and it was fun that Sam was able to join us too, because I love Sam.
I love Samwise.
Me freaking too. I was so funny. So the night before the watch party, I was like listening to, I think I was still reading Onyx Storm. We can also recap that. I think I was still reading that, so I was listening to like our playlist.
Yeah.
And I think I fell asleep and I like woke up in the middle of the night and it's like talking about like Samwise the Great. And I was like, am I dreaming? So I look at my phone and it was literally playing a song about Samwise from Lord of the Rings.
That's funny.
And I was like, my girl, she got a song about her.
What
Onyx.
are your thoughts on Onyx Storm?
I'm so sad that it's over. Like, I know she's still writing a book
But she
4.
hasn't even started writing book 4.
I know, but me and Anika were talking about it, and I really hope that like she just hasn't like told anybody, and that she has started writing. Because what do you mean? You're gonna leave us on that cliffhanger?
Right? I was talking to Riley about it, and I was like, "Oh yeah, she hasn't even like started book 4. She hasn't written it." He's like, "I don't get how authors can't just like, if you have it in your mind, just write it."
Okay, well, it's not that
I
easy.
know.
This
That's
is
what
like
I
a
said, but I was
masterpiece.
Like, this is like, there's a lot that goes into it. He's like, but if it's like all there, then like, why does it take people like 5 years to write a book?
It better not take this bitch 5 years. I'd be pissed. No, I immediately knew that I was gonna love the series. Like, holy, I have no fucking words for what this series put me through.
It's amazing.
I'm happy. So, like, my mom wants to start reading these books too, and I told her to start with ACOTAR because I think if I read Fourth Wing before ACOTAR, I wouldn't have liked ACOTAR.
Well, that's how I felt in the beginning of ACOTAR. Remember?
Yeah,
how I
because
was
you
like,
read it
"Ugh."
backwards,
Yeah,
but not backwards, but just like opposite to what I did.
it was backwards.
You did it wrong.
My way or the wrong way?
I wasn't gonna say it, but no, like I thought that the writing style was a little bit better. Not
In
even
Fourth Wing?
in Fourth Wing. I thought I don't even want to say better because they're both like
They're just
great series. They're just different.
different.
But I found like
Same, but different.
same but different. I found in ACOTAR when somebody died, it ripped my fucking soul out with them.
Yeah.
But then in Fourth Wing, because it's so like battle heavy and like these bitches just they die trying to make it to the school. Like it was like it didn't hurt
It was
as
so sad in the beginning of Fourth Wing. I don't even remember his name. Daniel. Let's call him Daniel. And he's like, "Oh yeah, like I really wanted to come, and I'm gonna go home, and I'm gonna propose to my girlfriend."
and then he
gets, like,
died like a
booted off
second
the
later.
parapet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. R.I.P.
But I found like the death of like those like because there's so much death. I was just kind of like, yeah, whatever, moving on.
Just another
And
casualty.
obviously there was like the couple of just another one. There was obviously like the couple of main people who died that I like wanted to rip my heart and soul out for. But like, oh my god, I was just so engaged. I couldn't put it down. And like I found like me and Anika talked a little bit about this too. Like when they were battling,
It was so cool. It was written so well.
Sometimes I found I was a little lost trying to like picture like the movement of the battle, but it was like there was just so much going on. It was so the fucking dragons, like
there's so much happening in all of the battle scenes.
Yes,
in those books,
but like so good. Yes, like, and I found
a harder thing, like especially in Onyx Storm, which I found like as I started reading it, and like I read them back to back, and I was like, who the fuck are half of these people? I was like, did I miss?
Well, it's because so she would go from like calling it like so one of the girls' name is like Kat, and then her last name's like Cordell or Cordelli or something. So she would she'd go from being like Kat to Cadet Cordella or whatever her name is. I boil it down to do we like them, do we not? If they weren't like one of the main people that we liked, I didn't need to know your name. I didn't need to know anything about you. Same with the places. They were traveling a lot, which I found it really hard to like grasp the places, even though they like show you a map.
I know.
I still found it hard to like navigate. But like if that's my only qualm,
I'm fine with it.
Like amazing series. Like I actually like would
I can't wait to be like heavily depressed reading her next book.
I just like I miss it. Like I miss
I think of it, it lives rent free in my head.
I'm like reading this new book now and I'm just like, oh, I miss Aiden. Like, shut the fuck up. Apparently, though, they're making it into a show. So that's oh. I knew somebody told me, but I didn't know.
It's gonna be on Amazon.
Yeah, but that's why she hasn't started writing book 4 is because she's helping produce.
Girl, multitask.
Well, I know,
But I
but
would rather her put her energy into making like
a
the
really
Fourth
good
Wing
show
series, like,
and then a
dope as
really good
hell.
book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good dick.
Book.
A very good dick.
A really good book. Sorry. So yeah, I'm obsessed. I didn't think that like I could love a book series so much.
I know.
Like
It's just, yeah.
I like actually genuinely like I really needed to process how I felt about this book because like so much happened
Yeah.
and there was
And
like
the ending of Onyx Storm.
oh shut the fuck up.
Jesus,
Shut
like,
up.
We're not going to talk about it.
No, because
But, like,
it was so good. But that's
the
why
way my jaw was on the fucking floor.
no wait. I cried for an hour after I finished the book
I was so
simply
sad.
because I was just so sad that I couldn't just like dive into the next one.
I know.
That was my thing. It's like it's such a cliffhanger.
Like, that's the biggest cliffhanger out of all the books.
No, that's like I need to know what's happening and I need
Well,
to know
I
now.
guess the cliffhanger at the end, of course.
Yeah.
But this is crazy.
No, crazy. So I loved it. 10 out of 10 stars. Like I have
I have nothing bad to say.
nothing bad to say.
Besides that my brain can't think of that many names.
Yeah, but I think that's a me problem.
That's an us problem.
That's an us.
That's just because we aren't very smart.
That's not on Rebecca Yaros
We're
at
just
all.
a little bit dumb.
So I'm really upset that I finished it. And I powered through it because it was so good that I just wanted to keep reading. But now I'm so sad that I wish I like gave it time.
I know.
You
Like,
know?
I wish that I could reread it
For the first time. Oh.
Nothing hits like the first time.
No, like I like oh. And I'm like recommending it to so many people and I'm just like I can't wait for them to start reading it so I can live through their eyes reading it for the first time.
Right.
Is that how you felt when I like needed to read it?
Yeah. Is that how you felt while I was reading Avatar?
Yeah. But like ACOTAR still solid series.
Oh yeah, fantastic.
Like nothing again, no notes.
But Fourth Wing has my heart.
No, Fourth Wing is like I still love Rysand. But like
you,
but Xaden, the grip this man has on me. And he's not even real.
I just want to give him a hug and tell him it's gonna be okay.
No, I know there's so many layers to him.
I know. He's like a
but that's like
little onion.
that's
He's got layers.
But that same with Rysand. Like he also had that.
Yeah.
But I felt like we like got more out of Xaden. Oh.
It was a lot more like a deeper level with Xaden. Like,
Yeah.
with Rysand, it was just like
obviously he's had his traumas and like
yeah, but like his whole personality, I feel like by the end of book one, like you knew it all.
yeah. Well, no.
Well,
book one, he was still like the enemy.
Okay, sorry. Book two.
By the end of like book two, going into book three,
like,
I was like, okay.
Together, you're like, oh, we know it all.
Yeah, yeah. Whereas like Xaden, it like took him a while to like get there.
Working. They're still working.
Oh,
we're still learning.
We're still learning. And we have to wait. I'm so sad. No, but and like I jumped into a new book and it's good, but I just feel like I can't enjoy it because I'm so occupied with my brain and Fourth Wing.
I told you this already today, but I started the fourth book of Zodiac.
Yes. And how are you liking it? Because I know at first you weren't super into it.
More that I'm reading it, and they also leave the books on the biggest fucking cliffhangers,
which makes you want to read again.
12 fucking books in this, like it's like slow character development because they have 12 books to do this. It's not like you're like packing everything in. So I'm like, well, I still have so many questions, so I have to keep reading.
But it's
which
good.
Is fun. It is good. But then I'm like, before I started the fourth book this morning, I was like, ooh, do I like take a break and like throw in a little Frida McFadden murder and then jump back in? And then I just jumped back in it.
I feel like it's hard, especially like because you have so much to go. Like it's hard to. My lord, sorry. It's
How
hard.
Rude.
You're really boring. You're really boring me with
sorry,
this.
I'll see myself out.
Because like I just before Fourth Thing, I did a 12-book series, and when you're like in the thick of it, it's like you just want to keep reading and figuring it out what's gonna happen next. Whereas like if you like,
but that's my thing with like the Frida McFaddens, I can bang that out in a day.
That's fair.
And it's just like a quick little murder.
That's fair. Just a quick murder.
Casualty.
obviously you already started reading book 4. Maybe between book 4 and book 5. Frida.
Literally, like, I'm in the first chapter. Like, I have not gotten far. That's literally, I did that while you were trying on dresses. That's when I started the book.
Oh. Throw in a Frida.
I'll throw in a Frida.
I think switch it up.
I miss her. Who?
It's all your text coming through, but it's my computer is supposed to be on Do Not Disturb, and it's disturbing me.
In other news, the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives reunion.
Oh yeah, I got notes.
I don't. I just have my very bad memory.
Okay, first thing first, when I heard that Nick Vial was Vial.
Isn't it Vile?
I don't know.
Isn't it the Vile Files?
Oh.
I have no idea.
Sure, we'll go with Vial. That sounds better than Vial.
Vial. Vial.
Yeah, no.
Anyways.
I don't know why I said that.
Yeah, I don't either.
I thought I was a little nervous, a little hesitant when I found out that he was going to be the host. Because
why is that playing so loud?
I know. We're filming outside for those listening, and if you heard the plane, I'm so sorry.
I'm in the nice shape. Celine's in full sun.
I'm cooking, and I love it.
You're going to be burnt. Your chest is already burnt. Anyways.
No, I just go red.
Anyways, sorry. Back to it.
So, because I watch Nick on The Bachelor.
Yeah.
And then, like, obviously, like, I follow him and everything. And sometimes he can be, like, a little bland to me.
He was good. I love his question.
No, he did a really, really good job. That's where I was going with my form of, I'm like a compliment sandwich kind of person.
I'm a compliment sandwich.
I'm like, I found you quite bland in the past, but you're doing great, sweetie.
Did some seasoning and you're perfect.
Yes, a little bit of salt and pepper.
I did expect I liked the reunion.
I did too.
It wasn't what I expected.
It was very cool, calm, collected.
It was very cool, calm, collected. Literally, so me and Asia watched it last night. I was thinking it was going to be like spicy. They were going to be
because I'm used to like
fighting.
housewife
I know.
reunions.
And then we also have our housewives reunion that we also had to finish. So we watched that after.
Perfect.
But so I was expecting like them to be fighting, bitching at each other, like basically throwing daggers into each other's eyeballs.
No, it was very civilized.
It was very civilized, and I felt like I was in therapy. I was like, this is all so cute. Me and Asia literally, that wasn't on my bingo card to just sit there and like cry.
I almost enjoyed it more than the screaming and the yelling.
Well, no, I'm saying it was really good. That's not what I was expecting.
Yeah, it was, especially because like watching the seasons.
Also wild that Demi was just like,
I'm going to Disneyland. I'm
not going to be there.
So that's my note. I have a note on this. I think that Demi, whatever her fucking name is, I have a feeling that she just didn't want to go to the reunion. She didn't
want to get ripped apart.
Because she would have gotten torn to shreds.
Yeah.
Because she was a piece of shit in the season. And then,
wild of her to treat Jessie that way.
I know. They were like besties. And then she's like, kick her out. I want more money.
And like, getting to her other friends to like boycott her business.
Yeah. No, I know. Demi was like a strong favorite coming out of season 1.
In season 1. I was like, damn.
And then,
so cool.
But I think the fame went to her head.
It did. She was kicking her best friend out for more money.
So then, so at the end, they did like a season 3 teaser. And it shows like Marciano being like, well, I was being like influenced. And then Demi walks in. So I think that Demi didn't want the heat to be on her about the whole Marciano thing. So she was like, well, what if you...
Text messages? Yuck.
Also, shout out to Jessie coming with the fucking receipts.
I know.
And I love that all the boys are in the back and Jordan's like, yeah, she has everything.
Poor Jordan. Jordan looks so heavily depressed.
I know.
Also, it was not on my bingo card to like start getting a soft spot for Connor.
I know. Okay, so that's one of my qualms about this reunion is...
How many times today have you said qualm?
I don't know. Do you like it better than gripe?
No. Honestly, I hate it just as much. Anyways, that's not the point.
Fuck myself. Okay, so I felt like they discussed like very, very, very triggering events.
There was a lot of heavy topics.
And I felt like they didn't give enough of a warning. All Nick said was like, we're going to be discussing some sensitive topics.
Yeah.
But like, So, like, obviously the Connor thing was so heavy, and, like, I feel so sorry for him that, like, obviously he went through that, but then, like, and I saw somebody I follow today, she does like recaps and things. And she was like, so one of two things happened in season 1 because they filmed that like interview for season 1 and then it never aired. So either he was like, I'm not ready to like talk about this publicly, or they just cut it. And I hope to God that he had that call of being like, I'm not ready for this. But the edit that him and Whitney got in season 1 was so bad. And like it made it just seem like he was just like cheating on his wife, whereas like he had a lot of other things going on.
Which, like, obviously, still not great.
No, but like
by any means what he did.
But like I think when you're working through shit, you do shit that you maybe wouldn't expect. And like he was going through a lot.
But yeah, like that's what I mean. In season 1 and everything, like with him, he was just like the weird husband that was like, ew.
And we didn't really get like a lot of like character out of him.
So I was very pleasantly surprised. And it was really cute when like everybody went up and gave him hugs, and I was just like,
I know.
Do you know what also melted me? Who was it? Husband. And he's like, oh, when Layla was talking about all of her like everything. He's like, oh, why are you getting like? You seem very affected by this, and he's like, because I'm a girl dad. And I was like, me and Asia just looked at each other. Like,
I think that was Macy's husband.
Yeah.
Either Macy or Michaela's husband.
Yeah.
That's another thing that I like. I would myself personally, like, obviously I've dealt with anxiety, depression, things like that. It was super triggering, like all the things that they were talking about, because like obviously you see shows that like discuss these matters, but they put out like a strong warning that we are talking.
I'm surprised that they didn't have like a disclosure
at the start
in the beginning.
Like literally all Nick said is we'll be discussing sensitive topics.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, these are like not just sensitive topics. These are heavy. Like people aren't always in the mind space to like take that information. Yeah. That was like my biggest thing with it is I think that like I love that we're discussing these on national TV. Like I love that these are like discussions that people are willing to have because it will help people, but I think like they need the proper warning beforehand. That was like my biggest thing.
Your biggest qualm.
Yeah, my qualm.
But no, I do overall. I enjoyed it.
I thought when Jen and Zach were backstage at the beginning, I think Jen is so cute.
Jen's so funny. It was so funny when he's like, it's a big O, and she's like, oh my God.
Yeah. He's like, oh. And then when they were talking about like the oyster or the clam emoji, and she's like, what would a clam be?
Maybe it's a pussy.
And she goes, oh my Lord and Jesus, or whatever she said.
Like, oh Jesus.
I was like, and she was in her little yellow dress, and she was just like a little ray of sunshine.
She's gonna be on Dancing with the Stars. I was like,
okay, when she was jumping, I was like, that baby's gonna come out right now.
Could you imagine if her water broke at the reunion?
Did you hear her water broke when she was in a nail appointment?
Yeah.
She was getting her nails done, and she's like timing her contractions.
Yeah, she's like, sorry, I'm in labor right now.
I thought that was so funny. No, I love Jen. And I thought it was so funny how she's like, I guess, yeah, we're not related to Ben Affleck, but like, I just ran with it. I thought it was funny. I was like, you know what, girl? Nobody's mad at you.
I mean, also, if all of your in-laws are being like, yeah, like, we're related, like, way down the line. Like,
I know, but then
you assumed that they were lying.
But then it was weird because then Zach's like, well, nobody's ever said that to me.
Okay,
I was like,
Zach's also a psychopath.
Well, Zach is weird. Zach is weird.
Yeah.
I don't love him.
I don't love him at all.
I love Jen, but I hate that she went back to him.
Wild that they do 9 hours of therapy a week.
That's a full-time job.
That is a full-time job.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't do anything for 9 hours.
I don't
sleep. Sleep for 9 hours.
Sometimes I sleep. I also, I felt that Miranda was like really weird that she was there. You don't even know who I'm talking about. That shows the swinger girl that's like trying to come back into the season. Yeah. She was on the couch the whole time.
I
and
thought you were talking about Michaela for a second. I was like, why wouldn't she be there?
No, Michaela deserves every second. I love her.
I know, me too. I was like, what are you talking about?
No, Miranda. She literally spoke on the swinging part, and that was,
and then she was just there.
and then she just
Also
sat there.
wild when Taylor was like talking about all that, and then she was just like rolling her eyes, and she's like, "First time I'm hearing this," and it's like, we've been over this.
We've been over
You've agreed
this. Yeah, we've
that
been
all of
over
this
all of
happened.
this. Like, can we roll the tapes? Like,
Bring out the receipts.
no, but like, yeah, it was really weird to me. I don't know. I felt like she didn't add anything
No.
that was of concern.
She's just pretty.
Yeah. Yeah. I also thought it was really cute when Layla was like the most Layla when she was like the most like exciting thing about like mom talk for me was like getting my first big paycheck because like I couldn't always like afford to feed like my kids and myself. Like I had to feed my kids. And like getting my first paycheck was like, oh, I'm actually like able to provide for my children.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah, I cried a lot yesterday.
I cried a lot watching it.
Yeah, me and Asia literally were just like bawling our eyes out on the couch together. It was great.
Yeah, it was really cute. Like I think Layla deserves everything and more in life. Like she's such a sweet little person.
Yeah.
I also felt like we got to know everybody on like a deeper level than we've gotten to know them in 2 seasons, which I thought was kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm. I think that I'm really excited for season 3.
I think that this show is pretty scripted though.
Probably.
But like you know how some reality TV like it's like kind of scripted, like a loose script. I think this show is like very like
scripted. That's the word you're looking for.
I was trying to think of a different word, but I think that like
are you a thesaurus? Just stick with the script.
When you first said thesaurus, I thought of a dinosaur.
Thesaurus Rex.
Yes, that's exactly what I am actually. What were we saying?
I don't know. Okay, but also, I don't want to talk too much about it, but the secret, not the, I just had such a brain fart.
I don't even know where we're going with this.
The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
Oh, are you guys done?
No, we have season 5, but we watched season 4's reunion yesterday.
That was so long ago for me. I don't even remember.
Monica?
Oh,
that's all I want to talk about.
I forgot. I haven't.
Also wild. I felt so bad when they were like coming for Heather in the.
You got to kind of refresh my brain. It's been a while for me.
Okay, so how Heather got like the black guy from Jen, but lied about it.
Yeah.
And then sweet little Andy was like kind of ripping her a new one, being like, "You can't like accuse production." And I was like, "Stop attacking Heather. She was scared of Jen Shaw."
Yeah, no, Jen Shaw's in fucking prison. Crazy. Yeah. And then yeah, Monica.
Alligator Alcatraz though.
Shut up. We're not even talking about that.
But Monica. And Monica is I think one of the stupidest people.
I agree.
Like, I really liked her when she first came on, and me and Asia were like, oh, like she's probably gonna be our new fave. No, I hate her. She's so dumb. And she like I just don't understand how her brain works. Like she's like, why are they mad at me? And I'm like, what do you mean why are they mad at you?
You're literally running like a troll account.
Yeah. You're like exposing them and like bullying them online, and then they'll say one thing and she's like, that's so mean. You should be nicer. And it's like,
you want to know who she reminded me of? When Demi Lovato played Sunny from Sunny with a Chance.
Yeah.
She could be her.
Yeah. I haven't thought about that movie in a long time.
That's all I could think about when I watched Monica. But I can't even remember what happens in season 5. It's crazy though. The fact that she was like trolling them online, but like actively hanging out with them. I was like, you're the worst.
Like, you let them take you to Bermuda and throw you a birthday party?
You're the worst.
Fuck you.
I wish I had somebody fucking throw me a birthday party in Bermuda.
Yeah, same. But I'm like, it just doesn't make sense to me how she's like, I don't get why they're so upset.
No, because if that happened to her, if it was roles reversed, she would have lost her shit.
Yeah.
I
But I'm
also,
like, I feel like nothing that she says is even true. Like,
but how do you believe somebody
does she
like that?
even have family in Bermuda?
Oh, when you get to season 5,
She's not in season 5.
no, but they talk about her,
Ooh.
and there's one part I remember being like crazy.
Yeah.
So I still can't believe you guys are still watching that.
Okay, well,
You guys are also watching it together,
we're
which
only
makes it
watching it together.
a lot harder.
It was so cute. She's like, I'm so happy you like waited for me to watch the reunion, and I was like, I would have felt like I was cheating on you if I like watched the reunion without you.
See, I can't watch shows with people because my
We only
schedule.
have our like housewives together,
Yeah, my schedule does never.
and we unintentionally started doing this
Yeah, that's fair.
because it was just like when they would be over before they lived in our building, and like the boys would be like watching golf or something, so we'd just be like, let's go like
Let's go watch
lay in my
Housewives.
bed and watch trash TV, and then we like heard about. It all started with mom talk. It all started with mom talk because we heard about it, and then we're like, oh well, let's like give this a try. Like we've seen some of their TikToks, whatever. Like, and then we got sucked in, and then we're like, oh my god, we have to watch this together now. And then when season 1 was over, we feel like we needed a little more Salt Lake in our lives. So then that's.
I
how
do
we
love the Salt
found-
Lake ladies.
I love them.
I want to go
know
to Utah.
Heather's not your favorite.
I hate Heather.
I don't know why.
I don't.
Me and Asia love her.
I think it's season 5 that made me not like her.
You said at the end of season 4 you didn't like
Was
her.
it? I don't remember. It's been so long since I've watched that.
But yeah, we did talk about that last night. And we're like, how did she not like her?
I don't know. I'll have to go back to my brain archives and see what's. I don't remember why I didn't like her.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'll rewatch it. I don't have time to rewatch the show. Do you watch Bachelor?
No.
Ugh.
It's okay. One day there's gonna be a show, and you're gonna ask me if I've watched it,
And
and
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
say
be
yes.
like, oh my god, yeah.
And I'm gonna lose
One
it.
day, not this day.
Okay, well, Bachelor in Paradise starts next week, so.
I have like seen it.
Well, if you want to, because it airs on Mondays, and we normally film Mondays, and then me and Cindy every Monday watch our Bachelor. So if you want to join, it's the fun one. They're in Mexico.
Sure.
Okay, cute.
Wow, it's a date.
I'm so excited for. I love Bachelor in Paradise, and I don't think they did it last year. Maybe I could be wrong. I don't know, but I love it.
I was obsessed with The Bachelor.
God, I love Kyla.
I love Kyla too. I miss her.
I know. What are you doing this summer? Like, are you guys doing anything?
Well, we're not pontooning.
Right.
So no, I hope I'm doing nothing. Don't plan a trip. I'm not going anywhere.
Okay.
That's what you're thinking. That's what you're thinking, isn't it? You want to go to Vernon and see Kayla and Kyla. Okay, well I can do that.
Where did you think I was gonna plan us to go?
We haven't had a free summer in a long time.
That's fair.
So, but no, I do want to get up there and see them. That would be very nice. Do you like how I just had that entire conversation with myself and just
I was just staring at you, just waiting for you to
Can't even
figure
see
it
your
out.
eyes.
Nice. Yeah. This summer, I'm like, again, also hoping to have nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, I have the end of my summer, lots of weddings.
Yeah.
Which I just bought a dress for.
I don't have any weddings until Asia's.
I guess he matters too. Yeah, I got 4 back to back to back to back to back.
It was cute. The other night, it wasn't last night, obviously. The other night, Riley couldn't sleep, so I like look over and I was like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "I'm writing my speech for Keenan and Asia's wedding." And I was like, "Okay, cute." And then like 15 minutes later, I'm like half asleep, and he's like, "Are you asleep?" I'm like, "Almost." Why? And he's like, "Do you want to read my wedding speech?" I was like, "Sure." And I start reading. I was like, "Are you trying to make me like cry at 10:30 p.m. in bed?" So cute.
So cute. I'm excited for their wedding. It'll be really fun.
I am so excited for their wedding. Theo's so excited for their wedding.
Oh, I can
He has that
imagine.
little ukulele, and he's constantly like, "Do you think that I can play a song at Uncle Keenan and Auntie Asia's wedding?"
Stop.
I'm like, sure, do whatever you want.
Absolutely. Nobody's gonna say no to you. You're the cutest kid ever.
He is really cute.
I can't really talk about it on the pod because I want it to be a surprise for them. So just remind me later. There's something I want to do.
Okay. Oh, I also actually have something that I want to surprise them with that I'll also show you later.
It might be the same thing.
I really don't think so.
All right.
I have no idea what yours is.
Yeah, I have an idea.
Yeah, I'm happy that I don't have a busy summer. I do have to plan Theo's whole birthday party and send out invitations.
I have to figure out how to turn into a monster truck.
Yeah, transform.
I don't know how. I don't know when I have the time, but I need to find the time.
Here's what we do. Big cardboard box, yeah? Straps. Paint it like a monster truck.
I know, but I want it to be cooler than that.
Okay.
And that's my issue is I think I want to go so big. And have we talked about this on the pod before? Why I'm turning into a monster truck? I don't know if we have. So for Theo's birthday, I think we have. I don't know. His first
dresses up to the theme.
Yeah. His second birthday was to the moon. I dressed up as an astronaut. We did Thorasaurus Rex last year, and I wanted to become a dinosaur, but he would have been terrified in like the inflatable. If it was this year, he'd be pumped, but he was still a little young.
Fan of mascots.
No, which I knew. So then this year we're doing monster trucks because monster trucks are fucking cool. And
also, on a side note, we went to Monster Jam.
It was the coolest.
It was so cool.
I did not know what to expect.
Yeah, it was really fun. So it was really cool. We took Theo to that, and he loved it. He got the sickest little earmuffs. But then we were like driving home, and we decided that
we're gonna go to the Seattle one.
Jam is gonna be like, you know how there's like families that are like, oh, we're a Disney family, and they like we go to Monster Jam.
We go to Monster Jam. So next year we're gonna do the Seattle one because it's like it's 3 times the size.
Like it would have been. It was fine. It was obviously still like really fun, but because it was at Pacific Coliseum, it was just really small. So like it's not like the monster trucks even had room to like
do a lot,
do anything.
Like they were just kind of like circled. Whereas like doing wheelies and shit. Whereas like from what,
but like they weren't jumping over like cars. They
weren't, like, there's no like flame hoops. I don't know if that's a thing.
I don't think that's a thing. I think
maybe I just made that up in my brain.
It's like in Hot Wheels show.
Oh.
If Hot Wheels show, they jump through flaming hoops. But that's a car.
I think I saw that on. There's a movie.
Well, that adds up.
Anyways, so yeah, next year, Seattle 2026, Monster Jam, we're coming for you. So excited.
Yeah.
So for his birthday, I want to try to figure out how to like turn into a monster truck.
Hell yeah. But yeah.
So anybody have any ideas, let me know.
This summer is plan his birthday party.
That's nice.
That's really coming up, and I have done nothing. I don't know where I'm doing it. I don't know anything. He was really funny though.
No, don't like that idea. We'll figure it out.
I was kind of thinking a park. I don't know. But anyways.
We'll figure it out.
What was I talking about? Oh yeah, Theo was so funny. So the other day I picked him up and I was like, hey, like, do you want to help me plan your birthday party? And he's like, I want it at a park. I want it to be monster trucks. He's like, I want Auntie Aubrey to make cake pops, and I want Oma to make lemon cupcakes, and I want Costco pizza. And I was like, okay. And he's like, and a bouncy castle. I was like, okay. And then he's like,
yes.
Here's my guest list, basically. And he was like, are you writing this down? And I was like,
he held a business meeting and said, this is what's going to happen. You pay for it, make it work.
Bouncy castles are expensive.
Well, we're going to get one.
Yeah,
he wants
that's
one.
Why I don't know where I'm going to do it. I don't think I can just like bring a bouncy castle to Mill Lake.
Why not?
I don't know.
I don't think there's any rules against it.
I don't know. Riley's all concerned that there's going to be like some dirtbag teenager who comes and like pops the tent.
Okay, well that's fair.
I know.
Okay, well, now that I know what Theo's vision is, I can figure this out for us.
Yeah, so, but we need to like do it ASAP.
Okay.
Because we're also doing his birthday on the long weekend, so I hope that his friends can come.
Yeah. Send out the invites.
Yeah, but I have to figure out where I'm doing it to send
I guess so.
I have to figure out everything.
Okay, we'll figure it out. My only big thing that I'm like doing for myself this summer is,
Lobster dinner.
well, that, yes. And I also want to go skydiving for my birthday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which I'm really excited about. So I'm gonna book that soon.
Remind me, Alex sent me a thing and was like, "This is a dope place to go skydiving." Tell Celine.
Who sent it to you? Oh. They know about my skydiving?
Well, she was listening.
Oh, have I already talked about this?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'm just so excited. And I have one brain cell, so I don't know what I've already said.
Honestly, fair.
Yeah, anyways, so that's, I guess I've already told you guys that news.
Okay, we're new here.
I have nothing else to report.
Neither do I.
Oh, last night when I was at work, I'm like, I've got nothing else. Oh, by the way, I was at work last night and I was serving this table, and this guy at the table in the middle of the restaurant, and maybe, I don't know, maybe this is normal. I've never seen it. He was giving himself like insulin shots, like in his belly at the table.
I mean, if you gotta do it, you gotta do it, dude. Man's got diabetes.
I know, but couldn't we go to the washroom? Is that rude of me?
I don't know.
I was just like, oh, that's a needle. Like, I was like, oh,
Stab.
stab.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have an opinion on that.
I just like, I don't really have an opinion either. I just like didn't know. Like, is that what we're doing?
I don't know. I've never like seen it happen, so I don't know if they just. I don't know. If
I've
they
never
just
seen it
do
either.
wherever.
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, it makes sense to do it in a bathroom because there's shark fins.
Oh, he had like his own little container.
Oh well, then man's ready.
I just like, I don't know. I've never seen that before. I was a little taken aback.
That's fair.
I was like, what if I walked into you right now and bumped you and you're stabbing yourself?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was a little scared.
You're so funny. Okay, so I'm not gonna say her name, but a friend of mine she's pregnant, which I'll tell you about it later.
Okay.
But yeah, so we like hadn't gotten together in a while, and then we went for lunch the other day. We're just like sitting in the parking lot in the car, like chatting. This bitch lets me chat for like 15 minutes. I'm literally talking about rub and tugs.
Okay.
So I'm like talking about that, and then she looks at me and she's like, "I'm keeping a secret from you." And I was like, "Are you pregnant?" And she's like, "Yeah." And then I ugly cried in her car for like 10 minutes because I was just so excited. And I was like, "I can't believe that you let me talk about rub and tugs." Yeah, that was my whole story. That was it.
I'm just like, my brain's like, who is it?
Well,
I think I know. I don't know. We'll see. I have a couple guesses, but we're not gonna air that out on the pod.
I don't have that many friends, so
yeah, I think that's all I have to say today.
Yeah, me too.
It was a beautiful sunny day. I'm really glad that we filmed
It is
outside.
very nice. It's very windy, but this is very nice. I hope my leg gets tan. My one leg. You can see my little goose sticking out of my sock.
What a goosey. I haven't shaved my legs in a long time.
Nice, I can see it glistening.
Yeah, the sun's really, really taken off with it.
Anyways, on that note, happy Friday.
Thank you for listening again.
Love y'all.
Yeah, I think moving forward, we'll have our Monday Spotify's for sure, and then YouTube will probably be either like Tuesday, Wednesdays.
Sometime during the week.
Yeah, it's just we're unqualified to be doing this, and we're trying to figure it out.
And
but
honestly, I'm a mom, and I forget that I'm the one who has to post them, and then it happens eventually.
But we appreciate everybody who waits and watches and listens, and we love you all. And
as always, let us know if you want us to chat about anything.
Yeah, like, subscribe, follow. We will talk to you next week.
Bye.
Are we mildly unqualified for this?
Absolutely, we are.
Are we gonna do it anyway, though?
100%.